actually see. And I tried to make some journalistic investigation. I was told that the chief of protocol, let me say allegedly, or to you confirm, has stopped them from performing their duties, and subsequently instructed that they do not enter into the government house, which is a public office. So I would like to know if you are aware of that development. Then my question is on the Osisioma Ekapara Road. There have been a lot of cries even from the community. When we toured that road, we also observed that the contractor only heard that we were coming to tour the road. He went and brought one tipper of sand and poured on the road so that we can capture him that is walking. There have been allegations, there have been accusations. I want to know if that contract is still on and if the contractor was fully mobilized or if he or she has not been mobilized. Thank you, sir.
All right, the next question from Emenike Rebo, AF News, please.
Your Excellency, good evening. Your Excellency, it's no longer news. You are fully aware of the protest that held in other parts of the country. Fortunately, here in Southeast, that protest did not hold. And you have appreciated Abians for heeding to your advice. But I want to ask, during this process, the federal government have been making statements. They have been alluding to the fact that they have distributed 570 billion to state governments. So, Your Excellency, I'm asking, our share of the 570 billion, are there projects that you have put them in so that we can go search for them and make sure that our own share is on ground, or should we go to Abuja to go and look for it?
Okay, who's next? Okay.
Good evening, His Excellency. My name remains Ifani Okale, ABN TV and radio. His Excellency, I just want to ask this simple question. Did Abia State benefit from the 20 trucks of rice recently distributed by the federal government of Nigeria? Please, we would likely want to know if the distribution came down to Abia State or the federal government decided not to give Abia State. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. Over to you, Your Excellency.
All right, thank you very much. If I Okali, 20 trucks of rice. At least there are 36 states. So, that means that even if it's shared equally, no state will get one truck of rice. And that there have been, from time to time, some palliatives. I cannot speak specifically to these 20 trucks of rice. But anything that is given to Abia is received, and the sharing, like I reported here, is done mostly to the most vulnerable in all our wards and local governments. You may also be aware that at some point this year, we decided to extend it to the lower ranks of the civil service. And I believe civil servants from grade level 1, I believe, to 6 or 7, received these packages. People like you and I can at least, why I make the comment I made earlier. I believe that the right thing is that these little packages should go to those who need it most, the poorest of the poor. Even when you do that, you find that the quantities are not that much. They are not that much. On our own, we believe that the best palliative is to support you in your business and support you in your farming, in your trading. And that is why, not too long ago, this government distributed 1 billion naira interest-free revolving loan to 10,000 nano businesses. And we believe that that money is just like giving you palliative too. Because if you got 100,000 and you were asked to go to the bank to borrow it, first of all, you must have collateral and you must pay interest at minimum rate discount rate of close to 27%, 26.75%. I know that banks will be looking at about 40% interest rate. So on 100,000, at the end of every year, you pay 40,000 plus whatever you have deposited with the bank. Sometimes when you don't have anything to deposit, you may be asked to bring your mother or your father. So that's how I would respond to that. The American rate will 570 billion. And you are asking if where our share is. First of all, I'd like to explain that this 570 billion is not a free gift. It's actually a loan. And there is something called performance for results under the NG Cares. I think it's NG Cares, right? NG Cares program. And that has to do with the COVID-19. So monies are first and foremost disbursed by the governments, by the state governments. I think the 570 billion speak to the wave 3 of NG Cares. So before our administration, there were waves 1 and 2. And wave 4 is just starting. So how it works is that you are expected to disburse funds under conditional fund money transfer, FADAMA, and things like that. When you have disbursed, then the World Bank would check your records and confirm that you indeed actually did those disbursements. And thereafter, a reimbursement is made. And the reimbursement is made through the federal government. So the money does not belong to the federal government, it is just a vehicle through which disbursement happens. So anyone who is giving you the impression that the federal government worth 570 billion to states. The person is misrepresenting the facts. So what I've told you now is the facts. So if we got any money, the money we got is because we have performed, and the World Bank has certified that we performed. It's a loan, and it is, you have to move first before the World Bank now reimburses you. I hope that clarifies the issue. And then PUO. I'm surprised you are talking on protocol staff. People are dissipating energy talking about staff that I hired. If I hire a staff and you are not doing what I expect you to do, I will disengage you. And that is the way it is. When I give you a job, I give you a job description and I tell you what is expected of you. If you do not do what is expected of you, you know that you are going to be disengaged. So I don't know who you were expecting to see. But if you are not seeing them, you can call them and find out where they are. So the chief protocol officer does not have a right to hire, neither does he have a right to fire. So the process is such that once you are hired to do a job, you are expected to do it. If you do not do it, then the next thing is that you are fired. So I know that is the way you run your own organization too. So don't, because this is government, now hold us to ransom. But I'm sure it's not a lady that you are not seeing anymore. If it is, I'm sure I will direct the protocol, head of protocol, to furnish you with that number. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Your Excellency. Without